Hi everyone, and welcome back to the London Watch Collector channel. If you just tuned into my channel, I'm a watch collector, a watch enthusiast. Basically, I'm addicted to watches. And on my channel, I'll be sharing my passion for watches using 4K content. I'll be discussing and showing you brilliant timepieces ranging from Seiko to Patek Philippe. So guys, if you enjoy my reviews, please subscribe to my channel, make sure to hit the notification bell and follow me on Instagram. So guys, as promised, today is the comparison of the GMT Master II, the 126710 BLRO versus the 16710 BLRO. The one on the left is the 2018 Pepsi on the Jubilee. The one on the right was the unboxing I did last week, which is a 2006 16710 on an oyster bracelet. And as I mentioned that after this review, the 16710 will be going back to the LN bezel insert. As you guys know, I'm a sucker for GMT watches. Having those two, the Patek Philippe Travel Time, the BLNR, the Sky Dweller, the Omega Planet Ocean GMT, to me is the most useful function. It's the most I use when I'm traveling. Rolex GMT watches are proper tool watches. As always, I'll be going into the full detail of what comes with both watches. There's 12 years difference between both watches. And it will be nice to see how Rolex have developed throughout those 12 years, still sticking to that DNA of Rolex, whether it comes to the green or the crown. So starting with the boxes, so to the right is the 2006, to the left is this 2018. I refer to the right as the old Pepsi, to the left as new Pepsi, just to make it easier rather than having to say the reference number, etc. So on the old Pepsi, you see the box is a bit different. The Rolex crown is in beige. On the new Pepsi, it's blended into the color. You can see it vaguely. Comparing the manuals, so the new Pepsi comes with a single manual which has everything you need to know, including how to set it, how to wind it, how to use the easy link, how to take care of the watch, etc. On the old Pepsi, although it's in French, but it provides the same information. On the second catalog, it tells you again how to set it, how to use the watch, how to use the GMT function, etc. Comparing the boxes, so the color is a bit different. They're the exact same design, exact same style. It's only the color it's a bit lighter on the new Pepsi compared to the old, which is a bit darker. The reference number at the back would be different as well. Opening up the boxes, we'll put the leather wallets to the side. We'll start with the tags. So the old Pepsi comes with the maroon tag, which used to be a 2-year warranty, but after 2015, it started becoming a green tag, which gives you 5 years warranty. The Rolex tag, the old Pepsi is green, the new Pepsi is white. Gives you the similar information, but as I said in my last week's review, the green tag gives you the reference number of the bracelet as well, the white tag doesn't. So both will have the serial number, reference number, but the green tag would have your bracelet reference number as well. The leather pouch on the old Pepsi has a translation booklet, as well as a calendar for 2 years. It will be the year that you bought the watch, so 2006, 2007. And on the new Pepsi, it's a single booklet, which is the worldwide service. Comparing the guarantee cards. So to the right, the old Pepsi, it's a paper guarantee card. You have the reference number at the top, 16710. To the left where my finger is your serial number. On the new Pepsi, it's a credit card style with the name of the retailer, the name of the purchaser, and the date of purchase. On the inside of the guarantee card, you'll have the serial number punched on the paper at the top right as well. And then at the bottom, your name, purchase, date, and the name of the retailer. Removing the bezel protectors, even the bezel protector has changed over the last 12 years. So you can see that they started having an O-ring to give it more flexibility, I guess. Presenting the watches, guys, starting with the old Pepsi 16710. Starting with the differences, the old Pepsi, you can see the hour markers. They are actually quite smaller compared to the new Pepsi. And then if you compare the bezel, one is aluminium, the other is ceramic. If you look at the lugs, they're more refined and slimmer on the old Pepsi compared to the new Pepsi. Another feature you'll see the Rolex rehaut on the internal edge on the new Pepsi, which is not on the old Pepsi. Another feature again, the anti-reflective coating on the Cyclop lens. Comparing it to the new one, it's much clearer on the new Pepsi compared to the old one. One has a vintage look, the other has a modern look. The numerals on the bezel, which is filled with platinum, gives it a 3D effect rather than a 2D effect on the old Pepsi. If you look at the dial has also changed. On the old Pepsi, it used to be more of a darker color, more bold compared to the new Pepsi, which is lighter in color. Putting them side by side, you'll have a better prospect and a better look, although they're both 40mm in diameter. But you can see that the new Pepsi on the left looks larger in size, and that's due to the maxi case, the dials, the minute and hour and second hands, which again have been enlarged on the new Pepsi. So it's small little adjustments that Rolex has done to make the watch look bigger. They stuck to the DNA of 40mm. The new Pepsi retails for roughly $10,000, which is around £7,200 in the UK. The old Pepsi in 2006, I would say roughly used to be around $5,000, which is around £4,000. So you can say it's nearly double. But in 2019, you can justify why Rolex is charging double what they used to charge 12 years ago. And the main reason is because it's a better watch, better material. They upgraded to 904L, started using ceramic on the bezel. And the finish and the bracelet, the hollow center links on the old Pepsi. And of course, guys, I can't forget a lume shot. And you'll realize straight away that the new Pepsi has the blue luminescent and the old Pepsi has the green luminescent. Comparing the bracelets. So the old Pepsi bracelet, it has hollow center links, so the bracelet would feel much lighter. I'm gonna weigh both watches in this review as well, so we'll have a good idea of the weight of both watches. Comparing it to the new Pepsi, which has a Jubilee bracelet, making it more of a dressy watch. I'm a fan of the Jubilee, although I was against it at the beginning, but then I liked the fact how Rolex started distinguishing between the Submariner and the GMT by putting the GMT on a Jubilee. Makes it more dressy, it looks good. Even the new Batman, it's growing on people. I think the Jubilee would be the next oyster when it comes to the GMT. A good feature about the new Pepsi is that it has the Easy Link, whereby you can adjust the Easy Link by a 5mm extension. So on a hot day when your hand has swollen, you can just slacken it and it will fit more comfortable on the wrist. Although the old Pepsi doesn't have an Easy Link, but you can see there are spring bars which can be adjusted quite easy with a toothpick. I've done it a couple of times since I've owned this watch and it's not too difficult. moving on guys to weighing the watches. So the new Pepsi is 136 grams without the extra links. The total weight with the extra links is 143. The old Pepsi without the links is 122. With the links is 128. A difference of 15 grams, not a major difference, but you can feel the lightness, definitely. And of course guys, no review is complete without a wrist shot. I'm gonna wear the new Pepsi on my left and the old one on my right. There's no debate that the new Pepsi is a better watch, 100%. When it comes to the bracelet, the bezel, the comfort extension link, it's a fact that Rolex has improved the GMT Master II over the last 12 years and made a better watch. But you just can't help but still admire that old vintage look of the old Pepsi. It has the DNA of the first ever GMT Master back in the 1950s. And to me, the old Pepsi has a closer DNA to the original GMT Master II. And for that reason, I feel that having both in the collection, although to some it might be redundant, but to me, it has its own place in the collection. You can still use it in an everyday watch, and that was the main reason why I decided not to go vintage back in the 70s, because Rolex wouldn't even be able to supply the parts. But a 12-year-old Rolex, you can still get all the parts from Rolex. It can be serviced, it can be repaired, and you can still enjoy it and still feel like you're wearing a semi-vintage watch. What would you guys choose? Let me know in the comments below. I hope you enjoyed this review. That's all for this week. Thank you for watching.